Presto with the pesto.
We are back.
Once again.
Day on the deep.
Yeah. Getting the static out the microphones real quick.
And then we're joined by our guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What's up, y'all? Smoking Santa?
Yeah.
What's his dog name?
Olympus.
You know, I'm going to rename him when I take him home. This is my new friend right here.
Everybody says that. They come over. They're like, I got me a new dog.
Hell yeah, man. Well, glad to have you on. Thank you for coming.
All right. It was an easy one for me. It's 8 minutes away.
Nice. So
yeah. I don't live at the North Pole, so don't ask me that. You know.
Wait, do you live north from here?
See.
That's what matters.
That's a fair question.
You live north.
I live north. In the north.
Nice. So, Smoking Santa, how did this all start? Where did that come from?
Well, it's kind of a spun tale because I've spun it a couple different times, but it all comes out the same, okay? Let me think how I'm going to introduce this. All right, ready? Here we go. So, a friend of mine named Sanjay Ganja phones me up a couple years back. Says, yo, Jimbo, we need a fat old man who's willing to smoke a bunch of weed with us at a party. And I said, hell yeah. Click. So, I went to this party. She said, send me your shirt size and, we'll get you a shirt going. So I went to this party, and this is the shirt. This is the original Smoking Santa shirt.
Oh, shit.
Lady actually painted that on there and painted the belt on there.
Nice.
It had some different stuff on here, but the necklace, when I added the necklace, it started raking that cotton stuff off. Uh-huh. So I salvaged this from a Santa hat.
Heck yeah.
A few people have asked me, why don't you get a real Santa outfit? Why don't I get a real Santa outfit, bro? Because I ain't the real fucking Santa, right?
Right,
Just not.
right. Yep.
That's not what I'm trying to do. But I understand when you put yourself out there like that, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I used to be known as Jimbo, and now I'm more Smoking Santa. I'm still Jimbo. I just put a suit on. I get really high, and people invite me to their spot so we could smoke and get higher. And all I have to do is just keep talking. Because sometimes they don't even know what questions to ask, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
Get too high and forget.
Yeah. I mean, I'll forget here in a minute. So don't be afraid to steer me back.
Right on. So I guess we'll start with when did you start smoking? How old were you when you first smoked?
Oh, man. You ready? Hold on. Exhale.
He said exhale.
10.
Oh.
Nice.
10
young.
years old.
He was young.
The girls down the street, older girls.
Olympus.
And looking back on it, I knew my mom toked up big time back then. You know what I mean? She was just the mom in the neighborhood with the 4 crazy kids that smoked weed. I don't blame her. Anyway, the girls up the street said, hey, you know what this is? This is weed. It'll get you high. You want to smoke some of this? And I'm like, yeah, I'll smoke it. So I grabbed that joint.
Olympus. So extra.
I grabbed that joint and I hit it, and they just started laughing like, ha. So I was high, right?
Uh-huh.
The more somebody laughs when you're high, the higher you are. So I just started dancing around, acting all goofy, and they're just cracking up. They just got this 10-year-old kid to hit this weed. Now, it didn't really snowball and start at that point, but that was my first experience with it. It snowballed after that.
So, what was the age you're, smoking consistently every day?
Probably 14, 15. Because by then, I know this is not a talking stick. By then, I had figured a couple of things out about cannabis and how it needs to work and things like that. And I knew that these guys down the street, they had this stuff growing on the side of the porch. They didn't care about it, okay? It's just they're de-seeding their weed and they're just throwing it over. They don't care. But I didn't know that. Because by the time I was 12, I was like, I got to get some of these live plants. Well, where do I get them? I go steal them from these people down the street here because they have them growing at the side of right at the side of their porch. I sneak over there, dig a few up, plant them in my mom's backyard. That shit didn't work. And it's hard to find weed when you're 12 years old. Mm-hmm. But I managed because, like everyone always says, I used to steal it from... Who'd you used to steal it from?
Parents.
Friends, parents,
cousins, grandma,
my brothers,
your brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was making do that way. And fast forward just a little bit because I was no longer wanting to steal all the weed that my cousin had in his basement. Just lots of it because he never said shit.
You started just taking it all.
So back then, smoke shops weren't smoke shops. They were head shops, period. And you said the word beep. But you can't say it because last time I said beep, they beeped it out on me. So I'm thinking to myself,
no, I'm not. I don't beep. We don't do no.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I was in a head shop, competitors, and did a little video for Headed West.
Oh, really? Are they still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what they gave me the line, but they didn't want me to say bong. And I said bong, and then they beeped it, and I'm like, that's better. I realized that's better if you beep it. They have no idea what I just said, right? I'm learning as I go.
That's kind of funny.
Got lost. Okay, so head shops were just head shops. They used to have this stuff in there called locker room that you sniff, get you high. Just don't do that shit, okay?
Okay.
I'm not encouraging that.
Oh, is
we
that
used to do that shit?
That's what do you call it, right? Like poppers?
Yes, like that.
Huh.
They had one called locker room and one called something else that was real popular. I can almost picture the labels. Anyway, I went into one of these places, and they didn't ID you and shit like that back then. You're just some kid. They're only watching you because they think you may steal something.
Yeah. They want your business.
Yeah. They don't know. You have no idea, because I dressed the part then too. I wasn't no slouch, right?
Yeah,
I had double knit
yeah.
slacks on, silk shirt with a big collar, And so I'm in there looking around, and all of a sudden I see this book, Marijuana Grower's Guide. I said, "Hey man, let's see what this book's about." I couldn't tell you how much I paid for it. I don't know. $4.95, $4.85, I don't know, something like that. But I got this book, and I just started flipping through it. I just told this story too. So I lied about my age. I got a job as a dishwasher at a big boy restaurant. If you're not familiar with that, it's kind of like a Denny's.
Oh, big boy?
Thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I got that paycheck, I started playing Weed Farmer when I was 15 years old, okay? This shit isn't a game. It's how you do it. And I understood that. So I got a couple of paychecks in, got tired of chasing this weed around, and I said, this book is saying this is what you need to do. So went to the hardware store. I got a shop light, not a grow light, like your grandpa has in his shop, and it blinks and you got to tap it and shit like that. It buzzes all the time. I got one of those 4-footer, 2 of the clamp-on lights, like working under your car or something, and 2 big blue grow bulbs. Lined the corner of my room with foil and let her rip. Then I figured out, well, these are in flower right now. These terms that we use now, they weren't that common then, but these are producing. These are females, and they're producing, and they're going to need this light, 12. Got to get a timer. Timer like this fucking big back then, bro. I'm not kidding. You know what I mean? The electric meter starts spinning. Just plug it in. You're like, I haven't even put anything on it. Got a timer, and I made a wall of tinfoil in front of those plants so they could be in the dark. And then I started what we now know as a veg right in the front of those. And you just rotate it out.
Wow.
Was it good weed? Hell yeah. Was it the best weed I ever smoked? I hope I haven't smoked the best weed I ever smoked yet. Right?
That's the goal.
Did it get me high? Yes, it got me plenty high. We would even chop up fan leaves, and or we would dry them out either in the oven, we would dry them out, or we'd chop them up and we'd put them in the sun. And we would smoke them. And we got high. What do you think?
Shit.
What do you think? We got high? Some people have told me you can't get high off of fan leaves. And I always tell them, you weren't fucking there, bro. You don't know what I got high off of, man. You know what I mean?
True. That's true, man.
You're almost too educated to get high because there's part of it right here. You know, there just is. Part of it is right here. So the best weed you ever smoked, I hope I haven't smoked it yet. I'm still trying to smoke the best weed, right? Have I had good sessions? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're having one now, right?
Mm.
But is the weed good? Yeah.
That's some of Daddy Dinks.
Oh, it's not the best weed though, bro.
Is that my type pie?
I hope we can level up.
Right.
As time goes on, they're now extracting the good shit out of there, right? Here's a story for you. My mom and I talked about this. Don't tap on the table. My mom and I talked about this when I was probably 12, 13 years old. And I remember it vividly. She said, one of these days, they're just going to take weed and put it in a pill.
They have.
Inconceivable. I'm 12 years old, dude. This is like 1974. I can't even think that way. You know what I mean? I'm figuring out what it is because Mom's got a stash too, but I could never find it. Never. I could never steal weed from my mom because I just couldn't find that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know if she just bought a little bit and smoked all that shit right then. So, what else?
What were you thinking though at the time whenever you heard about like putting marijuana in this pill? Like
you know, it wasn't even a concept to me then at that time. And then as things have evolved, I'm like, you know, and my mom died a long time ago. You know, she died in 2001, so she hasn't seen any of this.
No, yeah.
My mom would be sitting here dressed up in some suit talking to you guys if she was here. I'm not even kidding.
She'd be an elf with you.
She would be right on it. You know what I mean? She just
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We had talked about legal cannabis, and she said it probably won't happen in my lifetime. And it may not happen in your lifetime, but it's going to be legal. And this is like 1975, you know what I mean? It's just, So she was kind of that in tune with it. I don't know how, probably High Times Magazine. I never saw it laying around my house, but my cousins had them. So that's another learning format, you know. They'll teach you how to hollow out a boat. What the fuck, man? Hollow out a boat? I live in the middle of Detroit City, man. I don't want no fucking boat. I don't need to know how to smuggle. I just need to know the right guy to sell it to.
Yeah.
But it's coming, bro. I figured it out. So as I was washing dishes at this big boy, this Italian dude owned 5 of them, franchises. He had 5 of them. His son was a nighttime manager. And this is a kid who grew up in the restaurant business, so he didn't work. Okay? I mean, he worked. He had a job, but he didn't work. So, and he was like right out of a movie, like open shirt, big medallion. You know, he's always got people coming in, and he's like, he would signal to the waitresses, you don't charge these people, they're my people, and things like that. So one day I'm cleaning up, and he says, hey, man, come here for a minute. I'm like, shit, he never talked to me. I'm a dishwasher, man. He doesn't give it. He got 10 other guys wanting to wash dishes for him. And I'm like, yeah? And he's like, have a seat. I sit down, and he goes, how would you like to sell a pound of weed? And I said, I would like that.
I would like that.
So, long story short, to shorten a long story, he kind of taught me the ropes, showed me some things, and I started taking a bus to downtown Detroit and selling weed to construction workers because they had money and they're in pain.
Nice.
So,
Found the market.
thinking back on that, man, dude, I'm carrying weed in this. It's a gym bag. We didn't have these weird satchels and shit that you got now.
It's like a duffel bag?
Yeah, it's like a duffel bag with two handles, and it's old school. Those handles are plastic, toxic plastic, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would just carry that. That's where my shit was, you know. And I mean, these guys are pouring concrete in buildings, and you know, hey man, we're just going to take that little bag, kid, and we're going to take whatever cash you have. I just never thought about it. And my mom popped up at that time because I didn't think she knew, but she knew. And she figured out who I was dealing with because she's kind of the one that got me the job at the Big Boy in the first place. So she kind of knew the people. She's in there all the time and shit like that. And she just came to me one day and she said, you need to make sure the count is always right. These guys will kill you if the count is not right. And the count is always right. The count's always right with my mom. It's just the way she was. She was right. You know what I mean? Yeah, the count has to be right. If this guy says you owe him 300, you come with 280, it's just not going to work. You know? Especially when gas is 50 cents a gallon. 47 on sales. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was glad it happened at the time, and I'm glad now that it happened, but I really put myself in some situations.
Man,
So,
that's a lot of experience, though. You know that it's probably got you far in life.
yeah. School didn't teach me that shit.
Right?
Right.
Right? They might have taught me how to break down a pound and what, you know, yeah, but
Not how to weigh a pound.
you know,
Or sell it.
you know what I mean? Yeah. How do you create a market? You know, and that's kind of the way my mom raised me was, you know, she always did stuff. I mean, she was the home maker, but she was always doing stuff, selling Avon, working Tupperware, working flea markets. And it later on became a big hustle for her because she would just like buy somebody's garage sale. She's, you know, being fair to them. Hey, you guys can spend the rest of the day in the sun, or I'll give you $300 for this whole yard. And that's back when I carried a pager. Then my pager would go off. My mom would say, hey, I need you to come over here and haul all this shit to my storage. But she paid me for it.
That's cool.
Nice.
Were there like, other than like weed and stuff like back in the 70s and all that, was there like much like people doing edibles or like,
you know,
hash at all?
The closest you come to edibles is the hippie girls used to make stem tea.
Some tea.
So, and I never tried it. I wasn't, you know, I was a little too young for that because they wouldn't give me the tea, but they'd let me hit a joint. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Come on now. We're talking about tea versus smoke and, you know. But, I mean, yeah, that's as close to an edible as it. No, that's where I get the smoking habit from. That's just the way I go, the way I do it.
Yeah, I like smoking too.
Yeah, it's
I like flower, preferably myself.
yeah, always, all the
Yeah.
time. There's a lot of downfalls to it sometimes. When I'm smoking Santa, there's no downfall to smelling like weed. When I'm not smoking Santa, we're rolling, you know, some out-of-towners into King Supers. And we all reek. So they don't know I'm holding a private tour, and that's one of our stops. Yeah, we're going to stop at King Super, use the restroom. It's free. I know the code.
Hell yeah. So I guess you're talking about doing like a tour and stuff. But like you've been doing a lot of like pop-up stuff like that. You said you were doing something earlier today. What was that?
This lady on 38th, right up by where I live, has this crystal shop. And she did a pop-up. And a friend of mine, Starcana. What's up, Starcana?
Shout out Starcana.
Can I do that shit?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because if
Shout
it's not
everybody
legal,
out.
I won't. What's up, highly connected?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know not to get too close to it.
Oh, you're all good.
Okay, I'll do it like this.
You can get close.
What's up, highly connected? Yo, know I love you. That's why you had me on your show.
Hell yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck.
Who's highly connected?
You asked me a question before that.
All right. We'll go to the what you're doing today first, and then highly connected.
You're going to have to remember that.
I will remember highly connected.
I will go what I did today. I have a friend of mine. Just met her. She does Twitch. Name is Starcana.
Nice.
She reads cards. She invited me to be on her little show. And she said, we go for 2 hours. Be ready to talk. You can shout out at any time you want. And I was like, okay, I'll get high before I go because I know they're not smoking in this spot. I've already caught that. But the things that I didn't catch was they have the dry herb vaporizer thing. Go into that later. Anyway, I walked in high, got 2 hours to go. We went to the back, got even higher. We still got like 45 minutes to go, and all I'm doing is shouting out and just saying, like, you know, I am the THC Girl's #1 fan. Ask me that question.
Nice.
What was the next question?
Highly connected.
The highly connected. All right.
Is it a smoker thing too?
Hold on, bro.
He said, "Hey, I'm getting there."
Why you got to make it complicated? All I'm asking you to do is to keep me on track. Don't skip a chapter.
Okay.
All right, man. Where you get this guy, man?
Olympus.
You made me ash on my costume, bro.
My bad.
That's all right. What was the question?
Highly motivated.
Highly connected.
Highly connected.
My bad.
So,
I'm high too.
the girl. Yeah, I'm hoping you are because I'm not even done yet. The highly connected.
THC.
They're also connected with the THC girls. They are, I would say they are almost a parent company ran by the same person, my friend Krista Jones. I ran into her in a trim room 10 years ago now, real close to 10 years ago now. And she used to talk about the THC girls, and, you know, they had some T-shirts, and they were going to do all these events, and, you know, I was like, all right, you know, I didn't know. I was just happy to be in the industry, you know. But the more I listened to her talk, the more I said, this is the one. I love you, Kay Jones. I love you, okay? I'm getting to that, though, the highly connected. So that's her in a nutshell with the THC girls. Kind of became a promotional marketing thing. Fast forward to the highly connected. The highly connected became an app. So when you look into the app, it's like people. Like you got, if you're looking for someone to come on, you post it in the app. Not only do you get the help from the app, you'll get the help from the highly connected, which is Krista and my friend Sanja, who came up with the Smoking Santa concept. They're a team. I love you too, Sanja. Sanja is Smoking Santa's mama. Because it was kind of her thing, right? I just kind of jumped on it. I gave her full credit, but she didn't grow this beard. Okay, this isn't normal. You're about normal for me. I'm about a number, I don't know, 7, somewhere around in there. You know, real short, short as yours. But I did some events after I shaved it off because I grew into it 1 year before last. And then I was like, okay, at the first of the year, I'm going to shave it off. So I did, shaved it off. Then I started getting hit up to go to events. And I started looking at pictures. I'm like, there's a big blank spot. See, you can see an undershirt probably under here. Well, when you have a number 5 or a number 7, you're like this. And I'm like, there's a big blank spot right there in my drip. I mean, the more you watch yourself, the more you know you have to put out a certain, hold on, costume change. I forgot to tell you all that. You have to put on a certain, mannerism, certain outfit even. How about that?
Hey.
Whole story behind that, don't ask me. So, Smoking Santa is definitely born through the Highly Connected app. AG from the 303, love you, brother. Here I am.
Hey.
This dude has a company called Shisha Leafa Shisha. He's a DJ.
Okay.
And I ran into him the night Smoking Santa was born. I didn't even know Smoking Santa was going to have a birth night, but I did. And he got with Krista and the Highly Connected through his business of doing shisha and also his business of what's it called? Fam Bam. I love you, Fam Bam. That dude, he's like a silent Smoking Santa fan, okay? I've been to a rave. I've never been to a rave. I've been to a DJ battle. I've seen DJs, I don't know, man, they always had that thing cocked on their head with one thing going. And I went to that battle and I'm like, shit. These guys are professional. They know what they're doing, Where else did he get me? Got me into Raven Busters. That was where they held their thing. He's got a little contract going with them. You guys should probably check that out if you get a chance. I'll let you know. You got to follow me. No spoilers. I don't know. I don't know if he has a date for the next one. But that was pretty cool. The Highly Connected was tied into that because if you downloaded the app, you got to skip the line. A little promotional thing, right?
Yeah. So it's like a social media?
It's like a social media. And I want to say it's tight-knit, but they're tight-knit from everywhere. Tight-knit. Based out of Florida now. I fucking hate Florida. They used to be based out of Denver. They're kind of still based out of Denver. But they live in Florida now, and I'm sad. Not really. Yeah. Fuck them. Highly Connected. What else?
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I'll have to look into that.
So you would get... I know so many people from the Highly Connected that I would never run into. Never. I would have never went to a DJ battle. You been to a DJ battle?
Not yet, no.
Okay, but you're hoping to go, right?
Yeah.
I already been there, bro. I recommend it. There's some talented shit going on out there, Started following this little DJ Slickback. I love you, bro.
Hey.
That was my guy. He's a young guy. And he hit on some stuff that I liked. And I was like, who is... And then I chased him down after he was done performing. I realized, man, you're just like a kid. He didn't look like a kid on the stage. He looked like he knew what he was doing, been doing it for 100 years, and he was probably at that time, I'm going to guess 18. Had the X's on his hand because, we're in a club. So.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely, we should definitely get on that, Lo.
Check that out.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Huh.
Yeah.
It sounds like a networking type of app.
It's a networking thing. It's a networking thing. Used properly, you're going to succeed. You know what I mean? I encourage people, and so does Krista, you have to post your stuff on the app. Okay? She used an example, if you're going to travel, you have to post that on the app. Hey, I'm going to such and such. Because if you're going to New Jersey, we know somebody that you should meet with. You know what I mean? If you're looking to whatever. The network is bigger than. It's like I said, it's tight knit, but it's still big. I can touch people in New Jersey right now on my phone. Probably even get them to give me a phone number and let me call them. But I'm not going to do that right now. We'll put it to test another time.
That's awesome, though. Yeah, thank you for putting it on the radar. Anybody, you should guys check that out too.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
It's called the Highly Connected, and it's on like Google and Apple.
No, you know what it's on? It's on Smoking Santa Jimbo's Instagram. So if you follow me, you're going to see how hard I promote this group.
Hell yeah.
And now that you've heard me tell a little bit of the story, you're going to know why I promote this group so hard and why I try to get people to join. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth your time if you're trying to do something. If you're trying to move, shake, and grow, it is worth your time. It's also worth a few dollars. You know what I mean? Such as microphones, right? This is a cool setup, by the way. I love it.
Thank you.
I wish I had it.
Oh, we're actually we're renting it out and stuff. If you want to produce a podcast or anything, we can offer our services for you. This is all available to rent for a nominal fee.
We will talk about that phenomenal fee off camera.
Hell yeah. But yeah.
It's something like that. Dude, that goes on the app, okay?
Yeah.
Now, the people on the app, and me included, are going to see that you posted that on the app. You're here in Denver. You're looking for someone to come on. So I'm going to repost that. I'm going to I take my stuff out of the app. I'll scroll down and show where I'm going and what I'm doing. I'll what do you call it? Screen record. I'll screen record that, and then I'll post that as part of my promotion to A, the Highly Connected, and B, what it is I'm doing. And then someone else will pick up on that little, screen recording that I did, and they'll post it. Next thing you know, I went on a Canadian podcast, and I have Canadian people following me, and I'm like, because sometimes I'll look at it. I'm pretty particular. If I'm liking your stuff, you're onto something, because I don't follow losers. I tell people that all the time. And I can tell some success stories, or I can bring another guest with me next time and let her tell the success story. I just recommend the Highly Connected. You're gonna see them repost me posting this discussion Q&A. What do we call this? Hold on, my costume change. Go ahead, you can answer the question.
Just podcast, but conversation.
It's a podcast.
Whatever.
It's a conversation. Check these out. This is that old school.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you know what? I can see, because this is real. Okay.
Prescribed?
I'm using this to These are reader sunglasses, so I can get by with those for a little bit. But yeah, pretty much if I have nothing on my face or regular sunglasses, and you're like, hey, look at this, I'm like, that's cool, man. How much did you say that was?
Hell yeah.
What else, man? Highly Connected.
There was one more question.
Because I'm going to start asking questions. I mean, if you get stuck.
I was going to ask. I was going to take it back. So you said you're from Detroit?
Yes.
That's cool. When did you leave, or how long have you been? You done a lot of travel?
Yeah. I transplanted from Detroit to Fort Worth, Texas in 1980. Okay. I was 17 years old.
Okay.
So I didn't grow weed anymore and things like that. A lot of that just collapsed. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
So the idea was my brother and I would eventually make it to California. And because my parents were gonna leave us in Detroit, and my brother was 15 at the time even. So, but we were trying to work it out where he could still go to school or whatever. So we kind of chased that California dream. I had some money. I had some money from selling weed. Before that, I used to sell porn. Remember that question? No. You remember that question.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I know you're interested.
That's
I can see by the way his forehead is just like, I gotta hear what happened there. When you say porn and weed, people are like, ooh.
okay, interesting.
So now I forgot where it was, but that's why I came here, to get blazed with you guys.
Hell yeah.
So if you don't start asking questions,
We're
start asking
Well, then
questions.
tell us what's up with the porn thing. Why were you selling porn? Let's hear it.
So prior to me selling weed at a relatively young age, I was in the Boy Scouts for 4 years. Nothing happened. I know the stories. You know what I mean? As far as I know, nothing happened to any of the kids with me. I can speak this. Nothing happened to me or my brother. Because my mom was just that way. I mean, she knew, you know what I mean, to tell us things, you know, that a lot of kids weren't told back then. Mm-hmm. You know, like, hey, don't, if someone says pull your pants down, don't do that shit. You know, my mom was telling me that when I'm like 5. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, because you live in Detroit and people just walk up to you and say, yo, pull your pants down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just how it would work. How about for $1? You better be already running. You better not even hear that question. My mom beat your ass.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I was in the Boy Scouts for 4 years, get sidetracked, but yeah, I want to make that clear because I know all about it, okay?
Yeah.
My Scoutmaster, he was a great guy. I still refer to him today. He taught me so much because I hated school because they didn't teach me how to build a fire. Bro. Jimbo gonna need to know how to build a fire, right? Just practical shit that I could use, you know?
No, for real.
You know, it wasn't like I used to get whacked in the back of the neck, handwriting. We still did that shit even to me. So I had real good handwriting. And it's a lost trade now. I don't really utilize it. I could, but I just don't. I mean, I got hit in the back of the neck, so I have to sign on this fucking screen. Are you serious? My 3rd grade teacher, and I hope she would have another heart attack. And I didn't like her. No kidding. That's probably the only negative vibe I'll put out for the evening. Thank you. But I didn't like her.
That's crazy, though, because nobody even does cursive anymore.
Whole nother story. Yeah, it's a lost trade, right?
Yeah, it's like it's...
So, I'm in the Boy Scouts, right? And we're doing this salvage thing. And you put out your newspapers, and we come around and we pass out these bags, and you're supposed to put your newspapers in there. Well, some people collect the newspapers just until we have that drive. So, they just tie that shit into bundles. Dozens of bundles. Okay? And in those bundles, these guys would be putting Playboy magazine, Penthouse magazine, in between there. Okay? My dad had a van, so that's where all the bundles went. We picked up other stuff too, clothing and things like that, old bicycles and stuff. So, who's in the back of the van, taking advantage of those Boy Scout skills, so I could cut that cord, dip in there, get those magazines out, and then retie the knot? Well, once you get a whole lot of stuff, what do you got to do? Hey, man, I got to downsize. I mean, I'm worried about getting caught, but I've already used all of these up. I need new anyway. So what do I got to do? Sell them. You want it with a centerfold or without? What do you want, man? I'll tell you how much it is. You want just a centerfold?
Yeah.
$2. Just a centerfold. Now I have another magazine. Doesn't have the centerfold. How much is that?
What, 10? I don't know.
$2. You want the whole magazine?
5?
You want me to leave it stapled? That's $4. There's no jump. I'm dealing in porn. I'm freaking 13 years old, dude. There's no, you know what I mean? So that's how that started. It just... like my mom, I would look to the hustle. What do I need to do? Well, I delivered newspapers for a while, I couldn't even tell you how much I made. Probably less than $6 because I only threw them on Wednesday. But wow. I got thousands of old tales. Crazy. Let's tell new tales. This one doesn't talk too much. So I've been staring him down. Try to squeeze him.
Squeeze me?
What you got, though?
Tell us something.
What's new?
So where all have you lived? So you live here now. You lived in Detroit, Texas. Anywhere else?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Do you want to live anywhere else?
Not currently, no. Currently, no. I miss some people in Texas, and I miss some food, certain spots that you just never going to replicate. But I got away from that, and I said, California. California is a possibility. I said, Colorado's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to land. But I don't rule out Northern California. Probably the only thing that would really prevent me from venturing out, so to speak, is I'm tired. I ventured. You know what I
feel
mean?
that.
I've moved a lot. Hey man, you're gonna have to hold that. Catching up with me. I used to have a pipe just like this.
Oh yeah.
See you later.
You used to have a THC girl right here. Just a body from the back. But I broke it. I'm sorry.
That's how all good pipes go. Man.
So then do you got any more, like, I guess, pop-ups coming up?
I do. Am I allowed to look at my phone?
Yeah.
Cool, because I can't remember that shit right now. Give me one moment, because I got to get this going.
No doubt.
He's going to want it back.
Yeah, you definitely got to stay busy, Always got to do something. Got to plan for the next thing. That's cool, though.
Back to you. Okay, if you follow my Instagram, you're going to know. If we're in a circle and we're passing and you get confused as to which way it goes to me. I promise. You won't have to think about it. I'll straighten it out. I'll make the rotation go right. You just bring it to me. That's a true story right there. I'm not even kidding.
Just the fact.
Okay. You see people do that, right? Right here.
Ever in doubt.
Just right here. I'll straighten it out. I'll make sure everyone gets the equal amount.
You'll distribute it evenly.
He's on the reset button.
Right. Yeah, I spent 35 years in Texas, so.
That's crazy.
I had one little short bout in Pennsylvania. Lived there for about a year. Lived in a little town called Annville. It was 7 miles from Hershey, Pennsylvania, which was really cool because the street lights are big Hershey kisses. My kids loved it, so why wouldn't I love it, right?
That sounds like some Santa Claus shit.
That's the only place they are. They're not anywhere else, so you can't see big Hershey kiss lights anywhere else but in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's cool.
You got to think about it that way. Now he thinks he missed out. See what I mean?
I do.
He's like, damn, big Hershey light. Now I'd love to see that.
For real, I'm thinking about it. I like Hershey's. It's probably one of my favorite chocolates.
Who doesn't?
For sure. Where'd you get your dog from?
Oh, man. He wants me to take up the whole show because he knows I'm going to start asking questions. You're smart, man. We're going to get along. Okay? You're a smart dude. Come up with some bullshit, and you know the old man will squawk, right? Like sticking your hand underneath the hen to get the egg. Yeah, okay. What was the question?
How long you had your dog, or where'd you get your dog from?
That was to you. You were supposed to remember what the question was. Y'all with me? So, hold on, man. I was allowed to look at my phone.
Yeah. No, I was asking you where.
That was the
next,
first.
Yeah. I'm getting to the dog right now. Right, we're going to the dog. Okay. Yeah, I want to talk about the dog. I'll tell you what. I used to tell people I don't post my dog very often, but when I post my dog, if you like my dog's picture, I will follow you. I will like some shit of yours, and we can get along, okay? Because my dog is special to me. I could murder her at any moment, as could my family members. But if you want to see love, hold on, man, there's so much love here, I can't even pick it out. Just chilling.
She's cute.
Just chilling. I'll post that later.
Hell yeah.
So, the dog was rescued, so to speak, 93rd and Federal. My wife was up there, and she heard some dogs barking, like around the corner, around this building. So she just went over there to see what's up. Nothing, they weren't like fighting or anything, they're just barking. So she goes around this building, and there's this dude there, and he has this like flat trailer, and he's got these kennels strapped to it, and he's got these dogs. And my wife says, hey, are you looking to sell those dogs? And he said, yeah. I said, I got papers, $300. And my wife said, no, I wasn't looking to spend $300 on a dog. And he says, well, how much you willing to spend? And she says, $60. And he says, deal.
No, shoot.
She took right from there, right to the ATM, $60. Boom, boom. So, from $300 to $60. And the guy goes, hey, don't you want the papers? She's like, no, I don't want no papers. We don't need no papers, man. Come on. From $300 to $60, come on. She did say that he was very remarkable. He had tattooed eyelids and very, I don't know, eccentric looking, I guess you would call it. So,
you ever seen a guy with his eyeballs tattooed?
No.
Dude, that shit is crazy.
I hope to see it.
I've seen like videos, but yeah, never like in person.
Yeah, I met a guy. His tattooed eyes. They were all black.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. He's like, yeah, I got him tattooed in prison.
Yeah, it's my dad is telling me a lot of people be doing it in there.
Like
sketchy.
Like Van Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
Did he tattoo his eyes?
Got his eyes shined in prison. You guys haven't seen that movie? Don't you guys watch movies?
I watch a lot of movies, but
all right.
Is it with that Triple X? Which one is that one? I don't know.
Man. Okay, I can only give you bits and pieces of information. We're on a time schedule, a little bit. You know what I mean? Not really, but a little bit. Okay. You know who Van Diesel is?
Rings a bell.
All right. You have the internet. That's on you. Okay? But there's monsters in the movie. You like monsters?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to have to see this. Long story short, or very short version of this is, he had his eyes shined while he was in prison. This is what's really going to be the kicker for both of you. And then he says, how much did it cost? And he said, a pack of cools. Okay, so this gives him special vision. And that's all you need to know. Look it up.
Oh.
You're going to watch it.
It's probably Riddick then.
Yeah, Riddick, maybe.
It's either Riddick or that one last witch hunter or monster hunter or something. But all right.
He's in a spaceship and shit.
Spaceship. Okay,
That's probably
Riddick.
It has to be Riddick. That's a good one.
The whole movie, man. You can look it up. I'm in distress now. Not really.
Man.
That's why I have a phone.
Yeah,
I can't, man, dude.
It helps a lot.
It's crazy how. What is your opinion of phones? Like, do you like them?
Yes.
You like phones?
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you definitely remember pretty well what it was like before phones.
Yeah.
I know we grew up a little bit without phones.
Did you ever have Snake on your cell phone?
Yeah,
What is
like
that?
the old flip phones.
It's just that's where I'm at. I had Snake on the first phone. The first phone, as a matter of fact, my wife still has the original number, and we got that in 1994.
Huh.
You want me to do the math?
That's a long time ago. Ages ago.
It's like 30
The only reason I can remember that is I had this. It was what the fuck was the service? Sprint. And it was like this really skinny phone. It was a bar phone, and it had this antenna that came out. You could buy the extension antenna. That way you don't have to stick it out the car when you're talking. You just have the antenna out the car. And I dropped that phone. From a 14-foot ladder.
Oh shit!
And I mean, I don't know how much phones were then.
Did it break?
Oh fuck yeah, man! It shattered. But it still worked because we took it back to the shop.
That's crazy.
By trade, I'm a repair guy or a fix-it guy or whatever. So we took it back to the shop and pieced it together and then wrapped electrical tape around it to hold all the plastic pieces. Yeah, it still worked.
Wow.
It worked outside of its case. I mean, the light came on and
What the heck?
The case was demolished, but yeah, the phone still worked.
Crazy.
That's tight, though.
That's I used to have a pager, so people would page you and you'd call them on the cell phone.
Man.
Yeah.
We've definitely come a long way. We definitely have like whole computer in your pocket now and AI. What do you think about AI?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use it a lot?
Nice.
It's Is it for everyone? I don't know, man. And if I can get a sponsor that does AI, I'll say more. But what I've experienced of it, I like. I narrowed it down. Recently had some car repairs. I say, hey man, I want the best shop. I'm talking the best shop in this zip code. Boom, only one came up. My car went there the next day. I said, yep, that's the one. Family owned, been there since 1986. People are cool as fuck. My wife got cookies. She fucking loves cookies. Little famous Amos. The girl's about to hand her some, and my wife says, can I have some cookies? And she said, I'm about to give you some. Cookies, man.
Nice.
Okay?
Smoking sounded like cookies, too.
Now, I'm a candy bar guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you had like a plate of cookies and a plate of M&M's, M&M's gone. And then I'll get to the cookies. I'm not saying I won't eat cookies, but it's not baked goods aren't my first choice, believe it or not.
What's your favorite candy bar?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
classic.
a good one. That's a good one.
I ate 2 4-packs every day for a long, long time. 20 some odd years.
Wow.
Every day. Every day. But I didn't smoke, so.
Huh.
I love like when they do like the Christmas trees or the pumpkins. Those are good.
Let's just leave where it's at. I mean, you know what I mean? If all of a sudden they came out with tomato Big Mac, are you going to really want to? That's a bad example. I haven't had a Big Mac in a long time. Last one I remember having was very small, and it was $5, and it was probably 14 years ago. You Big Macs, bro? I eat them if you buy them because I don't want to be rude.
I'm not a big McDonald's guy.
I'm not a big McDonald's guy, but if I said I got McDonald's for you, would you eat it?
I would.
Okay, so would I. That's polite, right?
Yeah.
Right. But if I said, hey, where do you want to go to eat? You wouldn't say McDonald's.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not.
Neither would I.
Yeah. It's definitely more of a survival choice or last option, though.
Yeah, or like you
When I was
don't
a
got
kid-
money or some shit.
When I was a kid, my mom didn't consider McDonald's like our dinner. Like it was like, sorry about that. It was like an extra. Like we'd be out shopping and we either get tacos or we get McDonald's, and then we go home and have dinner later on because it would be, a brunch, between brunch and lunch, you know, if you wait long enough, you don't have to feed the monsters until like 11 o'clock, and then we're going to eat again at 4:30, so. I know. Oh, you're so wonderful. $250, bro. I got cash. I ain't even kidding. All right. You get to keep all the pictures and the memories. I'll let you keep that sweater too, man. Sleep with it at night. Oh, man. How's this one sleep? In the bed?
Yeah, so he moves around. He'll sleep with me, and then he'll go to the floor, and then come back. Yeah.
Because you probably snore.
Well, I think it's because I move around too a lot in my sleep. So
yeah. My dog's too big for me to even kick off the bed because they just lay, you know, and I'm like, you're tied in the covers, you know.
Yep.
What the? And I mean, I'm not trying to hurt her, but I know she's awake. She's just playing dead, you know, like, fuck, man, I ain't getting off this bed. I'm all warm. Just because you have to pee and I'm not going to pee. Yeah, she just has an attitude. I know this one probably has an attitude. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're just too bold.
Yeah.
Don't.
He's all in your face.
That's my mistake. Don't talk to me.
See? Hey, Olympus.
You're not even here.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not here, who sits here? What kind of guests have you guys had?
We've had quite a few different guests. Mainly like people we know, friends, family, but we've also had like different like artists, rappers, you know, other things like influencers, content creators, things like that.
Yeah,
and
just
how
our
long have you
friends.
been doing it?
You said how long?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 2020. It was. I think it's October of 2020.
COVID time.
Yeah, I think we got really into it around COVID because you know everything's all shut down and we're all just hanging out. Felt like it'd be a good outlet. You know, we had conversations, so might as well record them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my next jaunt. I think I'm gonna
Start a podcast?
Well, you know, I'm just gonna experiment with something that I'm gonna call Seshing with Smoking Santa.
Nice.
And I'm not. I haven't worked out all the details, obviously, but I'm on the road this year. I haven't. You know what I mean? I've been doing a lot of healing and stuff for the past 3 years, and this is my come up, and this is the last one I get. So I have my knee replaced. I get around better. You know,
Nice.
The stick that I carry, it used to be for real. Now it's just a prop. You know, because people pay me to put their stickers on there. What can I? Huh? Come on, man! You got a stick with a bunch of stickers on it. Someone will pay you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, it wasn't a business venture. It was more. Everyone has a sticker, okay? Come on, man. Come on. You know what I mean? Either one of you guys can probably lay 10 different stickers on me at any moment. You know, it's a whole sticker world, right? So how do I limit that? I didn't know. And then there was an artist, and I get it. It's their art. It's printed on a sticker. But she wanted me to buy her $6 sticker to put on my stick. Came up with something real quick. I said, "Hey, these are sponsors. These people are sponsoring me to get on this stick." She said, "Well, how much is it?" $40 a year, 365 days. I'll put it in my calendar and let you know when you're due again. She's no longer interested. Right? So the people on there, they're true to me, you know. Yummy's Donut Guy, what's up, Yummies? That dude just welcomed me in like I was freaking family, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That tight, that vibe, you know, because you feed on it. Definitely feed off of this guy. No kidding, man. He was excited, you know what I mean? He was just, because he had followed me and I had followed him, and he knew I was doing some things, and I just showed up one day and he was just jumping, and I was like, sponsor. Thank you, Yummy's Donuts. Donuts for life, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not 25.
It's always been awesome to see even just the power of just networking, and just like talking with people, building relationships, know.
It would happen quicker, but I you guys are different gen, right? I mean, Instagram, and people find a 63-year-old dude on Instagram. They're like, what the fuck? How many of my friends do you think regularly use Instagram? No, man, they're all stuck on Facebook. So for a long time, I didn't do any Smoking Santa stuff on my Facebook. But now I'm like, look, I wanted to create a brand. I didn't know what it was. It came to me years later, and I am the brand. So if you don't like what you see here, you get the funk out. You like music?
I love it.
You ever hear that song?
Sounds familiar, but
by a group called Extreme. Look it up.
I'll
Because
check it
a lot
out.
of people think they're saying get the fuck out, and that's how you sing it. But they're saying get the funk out. Look it
Extreme?
up, bro.
All right, write that
Smoking
down.
Santa passing out shit here, man. You're busy, bro. You're busy. You
They're
got
dropping
movies.
gems.
You got movies. You got music to listen to. I will say I get a lot of music from my son, my youngest son. Actually, all my kids. I never told them to turn it off. It was always, there's a certain level. And my mom never told me to turn it off, but there was a certain level. That's how I damaged my hearing because we had the big can headphones, and I'm talking 3 of these, bro. You see like the old school pilots. Yeah, I used to sleep with those things on,
Oh,
shit. Listening to music?
Yeah, listening to Kiss.
Oh, yeah.
hell yeah, Kiss.
On
Did you go to their farewell show here at the?
I did not. I've seen them 11 times. A lot of different formats.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story, man. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Kiss and my mom letting us smoke weed in the basement, we'd have been in real trouble. I can testify to that. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of shit that went on back then. They're Satanists, and how come we can't see their face in nights in Satan's service? That's what they used to. Oh shit. Have you seen the movie Detroit Rock City?
Yeah.
It's a poor movie, okay? But that's me and my friends, for real. I mean, they got that one dude that he's always wearing the beanie, and his hair is just long and straight. That's me. I'm that guy. There's so much of me in that movie and the pursuit of Kiss tickets.
Nice.
Because a whole nother story, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? What did it take to get tickets? Camping. In a parking lot. With 200-300 other people. And they all smoke weed. And they all drink beer. And they all throw Frisbees. You know what I mean? A lot of people, that's what they wish for. And I don't know that I wished for it. But looking back on it, I'm like, doesn't everyone want that, man? We're just all getting along. We're not trying to rob each other. And we're either going to do our alcohol or we're going to do both. And we're going to throw a Frisbee.
You passing the joint on the Frisbee?
You know what I mean? We're going to... No, man, that was a rolling tray. So you had whatever you crushed, you had to roll up because they're waiting to throw it.
You're holding up the game.
You're holding up the game, but they don't really mind, but they kind of mind, Yeah, that was... I was talking to someone about that when I was younger. We used to get inside of a trash bag up to our shoulders, okay? Poke a hole in that trash bag, and sometimes 2 if we had enough weed. And then 1 or 2 people would shotgun weed into the trash bag, and you were to stay in there as long as you can. And then rip that trash bag off. So y'all want to get real fucking high? Try it.
Trash bag?
We need to see. I'll tell you what. If you're interested, we could set an appointment. Okay? And yeah, dude. Yeah. What's the highest you've ever been? I don't know. If you're in a trash bag and you're breathing smoke with young lungs as hard as you can, trying to beat your friend. I couldn't tell you what the times were, but it was always about time. We used to get in this trash bag and we would call the time, because back then you could call the time and it would say at the tone, the time will be 6:21 and 10 seconds. Look that up, bro. See,
I know what you're talking about,
but yeah, old school, right? So we would get in this trash bag, and that's how we would keep our time. Just, do you know what quasis are? We used to do quasis. I don't know if they call them something different now. You kind of bend down like a frog, take some deep breaths, in and out, and then as you stand, your friend picks you up.
Oh, yeah. We've done that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call them now, the quasis.
I forget what you call them.
You get out of a trash bag and you do a quasi. You think them kids were high?
Oh, I bet. They're probably fucked up. Yeah.
falling out.
People passing out and shit.
Yeah. My brother did pass out one time. And I had this big ottoman, old school stuff. It was part of the sectional furniture that you see in the old movies. And my friend lifted him up and then set him down, and my brother started shaking. Then he went to his knees, and then he fully bent over and he hit the bridge of his nose on the wooden part of it. I mean, talking old school furniture, man. This is IKEA, you know what I mean? This is when they built furniture.
Yeah.
Hit the bridge of his nose on there, and I remember him just shaking. And you know what I was afraid of? Tell me what I was afraid of. My mom is going to beat my ass.
Yeah.
You the oldest?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
You're figuring that shit out quick, bro. Yes. And that's all. I don't... If he lives and she finds out, I'm dead. If he dies, I'm dead. So, it's stressful, man, being a kid. Being the oldest, stressful. My mom put it on me, for sure. For sure. But it taught me a lot of things, you know. It taught me how I wanted to raise my kids, and that's the way I did it. You know, you got to one-up it if you're going to do it. I decided I wanted to have kids when I was like 12 years old, so...
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I figured I was going to build an empire, steal the neighbors' little sprouts, and I'm talking, this shit was that big, you know? I'd dig it up, and they had these little paper Dixie cups. I put that shit in there, running around. Man, they probably would have gave me weed if I asked them, you know, but I really thought I was doing something. Stealing this guy's plants. But I got it figured out, and it led to a lot of other things in my life. I grew in Texas in a closet about 30 yards from a public bus stop for years. It's medicine. It always has been medicine.
Yeah.
I jumped back into it after many years for medical purposes. I have a medical card. I have 24 plant count. So, you know, I'm not fucking around. You know what I mean? I used to do infusions. I don't do it anymore because I lost a couple of sources. I used to trim for some people, and I trimmed professionally for a while. So I just kind of stopped doing it. But you want to get real high? If I get back into doing my oils, tinctures, and I haven't done it for a lot of years, but I learned a lot because I became the formulation specialist for a large, unmentionable, currently CBD company, and it was their goal to make gummies, and I wanted to make gummies. And knowing measuring helps. A lot of people don't think about it, how many ounces are in a cup and things like that. And then you do it on a bigger scale. And so I kind of got into that position. We were getting that rocking and rolling. And medically, I was unable to keep up the pace. So now I just do smoking Santa shit.
Hell yeah. That's pretty dope.
But yeah, I mean, and that's still being in the industry. It's just, I jumped right into the industry as soon as I got here. Came here in 2014, and by the end of that year, I had a badge, and I'll do anything. Okay, you can trim. Yeah, I can trim. Man, I had no idea. But I became really good at it because we were paid by performance. So the more you trim, better pay, right? If the guy next to you isn't going to be here tomorrow, we don't care. We're going to trim what he would trim. You know what I mean? If only 3 people show up in a snowstorm, we're going to take your money because it was all paid by performance. And, the less people that trim, the more there was for you. So
Wow.
that worked out. Then I was talking into dispensary management. That's a whole nother story. Long story short, I got a better offer and went to work for a CBD company.
Man. That's
So
lit.
you do CBD?
Yes, sir.
What do? You do topicals?
I do a capsule.
Capsule?
30 mil. I do it just as a routine once a day. If I can fit it in or get it in, I'll do it twice. I'll do it 25 times. Unfortunately, just like when I was doing infusions, my source dried up because I no longer work for the unmentioned CBD company. So I'm limited. When you work for a CBD company, there's CBD to be had. There's just, especially, we were really following the rules, trying to do it right. So when everything came legal, in my opinion, they were just going to flip to THC. If it became legal, because they're equipped for it. You can put CBD in it, you can put THC in it. All you have to do, just cross out CBD on the recipe, write THC, and so that's all up in the air, right? Can't even talk about that. Now they're attacking the hemp industry. Come on, man.
It's crazy, yeah.
Come on.
Stupid.
You know what that's going to do? That's going to create a black market for CBD. There's 100 motherfuckers out there right now that would love to do CBD out of their garage. And if you make that shit illegal, they're going to jump on it because there's going to be a demand for it. You're not much into the CBD world. I've been very involved in the CBD world, and it's a business. It's a medicine for a lot of people, just as cannabis is. Favorite format to take it is capsules for my generation. Dripping stuff into your coffee. We're kind of not used to that. My in-laws are in their 80s. They're not used to dripping stuff in their coffee, but they're used to taking capsule. So it's a whole marketing scheme. It's a whole, how do you convince people my age or older to represent this CBD when it has the same leaf and it comes from the same plant, but not really. Come on, these people have been whipped for 60, 70 years and saying this is a bad thing, and now you're coming up with this little sidebar. So
I know.
It's a whole marketing thing. It's just, and it's hard. The older the people are, the harder it is to convince them. And when I worked at the dispensary, I loved waiting on them people. They would wait until I waited on them because they, just a better relationship there. Everyone has their favorite checker, right? Yeah, well, my favorite checker's there, man. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll wait an extra person. I don't care, man. This is my checker, right? So it's weird because you don't realize it when you're outside of it. I used to think everybody went to Walmart? No. Everybody goes to the dispensary, okay? I mean, there's walks of life that you don't even know about that come in and buy. You know, you'd be like, stereotypically, you don't look like the guy, you know? Yeah.
No, I believe
Kind of
that.
strange,
Yeah,
kind of strange.
crazy.
It was real kind of strange. I ran into a couple that first timers, and they waited for the old guy to wait on them, and I did for $680. You know, but I mean, they're really unsure, and you know, I would take the time with them and say, you know, tell them a little more than the nothing they tell you now. Someone that I know ran into a bud tender that, you know, when you ask where the weed's coming from or what's going on with it, you should know. Okay, if you have Cindy Brown 72, you should know which strains come under that, 2 or 3, or at least have an idea. And a lot of people out there do not.
It's be making up shit nowadays.
I mean, you know, it's easy to do. Testing. I don't believe in it. And I've had the opportunity to test that. Same plant. 5 samples. Same plant. 5 samples. All sent in on a different name. All 5 samples come back with different percentages. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on. If the price says $4, that's what you're going to pay when you get up there. Come on, man. Right?
Yeah, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors there. But I've heard a lot about that too. Yeah.
And my question to Denver in particular would be, what are you doing about getting tourism back in here? Okay? When all that legalization came, a lot of people came to work, but a lot of people came just to do their thing and go back home. Okay? But since then, other states have got medical or they legalized, you know. So a lot of people have went back home, and a lot of people, their home became cannabis friendly, right? So there's no need to come here. Yeah, there is. We just need somebody to figure out what their need is to get here.
I think we need to move into like film, like, you know, Georgia, all these other places, they have like film, their states have like film, you know, departments. I think Colorado needs to have its own film thing too, you know, like we need to have our own like stages and studios and things like that too, even music, you know. I think that's the natural progression where we should be striving towards. And I think that's what we want, you know, that's what we're working towards as well, you know, building a collective of like-minded artists, you know, who need to...
Yeah, I guess entertainment. Yeah, we need like an entertainment
THC girls culture.
scene.
The THC girls. Let me see. Do I have any other branding for them? I do. I do have branding. I do have sponsors. As you know, Daddy Danks always welcomes Smoking Santa in there from the very beginning. That was my daughter's doing. Years ago, there was something that she got that Daddy Danks always had that a lot of dispensaries never had. So, I mean, what is traveling to go get something? But do you know how many smoke shops are between where I live and Daddy Danks? So, you know, they've always treated us good. They have the largest selection of a certain paper that I use. Let's try it. Juicy J, will you step out and sponsor Smoking Santa?
Hey.
Come on now. You know what I mean? It's exclusively, pardon the ring there. These are like medicine sticks. Okay? This is all day, every day. Recently, I was approached at how much weed do you smoke in a day? So I had to take a day to figure it out. Somewhere between 3 and 4 grams. These cool little babies here are what I consider medicine sticks or dosing sticks. Sometimes they're a half gram. They're around a half gram. And yeah, I will smoke. Just even after I leave here, I'm going to smoke 2. And then I'll partner up with my smoke buddy, who will remain unnamed. And, we'll share 2 to 4 more. So I was perfect for the smoking Santa role. Like I said, it is medicine. If you're high on your medicine, are you abusing it? If your medicine makes you feel better, are you using too much of it? I go on all day, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say this. I say this a lot. Retain your right to grow. Okay? Don't always, no matter what, retain your right to grow. Here in Colorado, that's a real easy thing. All you have to do is be a resident. You grow weed. You know what I mean? That's cool. And if you get the medical thing going, you can grow even more and blah, blah, blah. But there are a few states and there are a few things that limit people from doing that, forcing you to go to the dispensary, forcing you to be taxed on that. Not real big into that political part of all the taxing and stuff, but I compare it to this. What if someone said 150 years ago, you can't grow tomatoes? We grow all the tomatoes. You're not allowed to dig up your backyard or your plot of land and grow tomatoes. It's illegal. We'll burn the field down if we find it. Isn't that insane? So if you don't retain your right to grow through all this legislation that's, I don't know if it's currently even happening, but all this legislation that's out there, retain your right to grow. You know what I mean? Don't be forced in 1, paying taxes for it, and don't be forced into 2, not being able to make your own medicine.
Definitely.
I mean, it's really how I got started in all of it, you know. And the infusions came because, hey, what's a little stronger than this? Do I make brownies? No. I make the oil. How about you make the brownies? That's what people want. They just want the end result. They don't want to work for it. Like, come on, man. I did the oil. Now you want me to go to the store and get some cheap-ass brownies so you can get your friends off from out of town? And I won't be there? That's almost a true story. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It did lead me to help a lot of people. I was starting to get involved with brain injury. I had a friend of mine that was experimenting with some of my stuff. And this was 10 years ago. And she said the static that's always in the back of her head would disappear when she used my oil. So that's when I thought, this is real fucking medicine. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you're relieving something from somebody, and did it make her feel good? Yeah. Was she high? Probably. Is that wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you just want me to take medicine to keep me sick? Or do you really want me to
get better?
You can argue that. There's a lot of, I don't argue that, but medicine sticks, Juicy J papers. This is my partner's preferred way of rolling them. They have a long crutch in them.
Those are nice.
Keep it away from your face. You know what? You can have that. You know what makes them so nice? I use a little roller.
Hell yeah.
To roll them up because
I know.
That's how my partner wants them. A little bit away from the face. They will only smoke it down to about there, and then I get the rest. True story.
Hell yeah. Did you want to we asked you earlier, but did you also want to, let people know where you're going to be doing your next pop-ups and stuff?
That's why I went to the phone and then I dropped it and now the dog's laying on it. Like, man, I know he ain't leaving without this thing. Oh, I'm so sorry.
He got you.
Yes, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Come on back down here. Come on back
It's a
down
trap.
Here.
It's a trap.
Come on back down here.
He finally chilled out, and he's like, dang.
Yeah.
Every time he finally chills out, I always need him to move.
Why? That's the way it goes.
I swear. I'm like, dang, now I need you to move. You know? Finally chill.
And sometimes you just want them to stay there.
Yeah.
You know, if I move, I don't want the dog to move. There's certain things that, just involve me.
Yeah.
If I cross that threshold and she senses it, like if I wander to the kitchen instead of the restroom, that's a little bit of a wake up. At least pay attention. Mm-hmm. Listen for the wrappers or anything else that might be clinking and clunking around in there. So right there on my screen, always.
Oh.
Adorable.
Some people have said you should start an Instagram, but if you look into it and you talk about living an Instagram life, bro, keep up with this one all fucking day, every day, and keep a camera, and you know what I mean? It's a life. It's a life to be. Yeah, Smokey Santa got a better chance. Man. There are too many good looking
dogs out there.
Good looking dogs out there that outrank me. I can promise you that.
I've seen a few of those too. That's crazy how many, dog, just influencer, I guess there are, content dogs. Have you seen any of those?
Cats too.
Are there cats too? I haven't seen much of those.
Bearded dragons.
Oh wow.
Everything you can imagine.
Saturday, December 13th. Good biz at the Center Dispensary.
Hell yeah.
That is where I shop. That is my logo down there on the bottom. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
You made it big when you got your logo on the bottom.
Nice.
I just never thought about it until you see it. You're like, hey man, you see Wana, you see all kinds of people in logos. But yeah, so happy to be there. Happy to do that. Should be exciting. You should come out if you're available.
Definitely. What day is it?
Saturday the 13th, 11 to 5.
Okay.
What is it?
11 to
next
5.
Saturday?
That's next day. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Definitely see what's up. Where's it at again?
Broadway and Center Street. That's why it's called the Center.
Center.
Downtown.
Okay.
I drive 20, 25 minutes to get there. So, but living in Texas, man, there's people in Texas, they drive 65 miles, eat dinner, and then drive 65 miles home. But it's all flat. You know what I mean? You're going, so it takes you 1 hour to get there because you're going 65 or better, Yeah. But yeah, it's just all flat. You just
that's crazy.
Here you're like, how far away is it? Well, it's only 3 miles away. Well, how much time is that? 28 minutes. Are we walking? No. Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I will be doing that event.
Hell yeah. Next Saturday.
On the 13th. If I go to my real calendar, give me 1 minute. If I go to my real calendar. I'm supposed to be here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Eye doctor appointment. You don't need to know about that. I'll be at the center on the 13th. On the 14th, I'm doing a paint. Hold on. That's why I got the phone, bro. You know what I mean? It's so boring. I wish I had a camera so I could turn it on because to promote me, all you got to do is see how hard I'm working at it. And for people who don't try to work at promoting themselves, man, you don't understand what it takes. It takes a lot of time. It does. It takes a lot of time to try to, I don't know. The most important thing is show up. Okay? Just show up. But, I understand things happen, and if they do, just let somebody know. Okay? Don't ghost.
Never.
Don't ghost. Okay? Let somebody know you can't. Hey, You would let a new job know that, right? You say you work for a job for 1 week, and then all of a sudden the one you wanted came through. You'd be like, hey, man, I got to go. You would at least let them know. Don't just not fucking show. Come on, man. I'm a business now, right?
Hell yeah.
Be where you say you're going to be. I'm doing something else that I can't remember.
Pop
There's
up,
where
meet
I
and
was.
greet.
There's where I was this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
No, you need to look it up. You want to see? No. Hell no, man. I'm trying. You know what I mean? What are we all trying to do?
Get more views.
Get more views. For what? More paper.
Yeah.
What kind of paper?
Means.
I'll take those Jacksons all day long. Stack this big would not hurt me right now. They don't have to be hundreds. We don't all have to bathe in hundreds. Let's just bathe in 20s and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Collectively, let's get $500 each worth of 20s and just sit around with that shit. That'd be a good video, man. We could make some like gangster stuff or something.
A throne of cash?
Like shoot the dog.
Get some big old chains.
Shoot the dog, but not really. I'm just
joints.
kidding. Get the dog to play dead anyway. You know, maybe we'll give it a little. That dog Chiba, man. Because my dog. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does a little bit.
If you roll with me, you don't have to smoke. You don't. You don't. One of my favorite things to do, oh my God, is hotbox the car. That's how we did it after we did the trash bags. Because now I own a car and I'm dealing weed.
Yeah.
The car's a 74 Gremlin, which is probably, comparatively speaking, the older version of my Honda Fit. Because you see this big dude get out of the car, you're like, what the fuck? So, right? I've seen it in people's eyes. Like, someone pulled up, holy shit. It's like a clown car. I like it that way because I don't have to overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. I don't need big tires. Whew, that makes me tired.
Hell yeah.
Something simple.
Something simple.
Well, shit, maybe we could wrap it there. But, man, it's been a pleasure having you, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you sharing your
Good
story.
being here. I hope I left an impression. I know you got a lot to do if you just, and you'll look back on this footage probably a little bit and say, what did he say again? Van Diesel.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Shined eyes. I mean, if you saw the movie, you would remember his eyes.
I'm pretty sure I just talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's,
I just haven't watched that movie
Riddick.
a lot. I know the movie, though.
But now you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of looked at a few things that you do real quick, and I was like, I don't watch any movies, so we're going to have to make this a little different. Anyway, close us out.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you again for rocking out with us. Truly appreciate
Thanks for having me.
You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook as well?
I'm on Facebook as well.
All Smoking Santa?
Yeah, Smoking Santa on both.
Right on.
Smoking Santa Jimbo on Instagram.
Sweet.
And once you see Jimbo, you're going to know where he is on Facebook. I'm barely getting started there, but follow me anyway.
I don't know. Thanks again. Thank y'all for rocking out with us. Check out Daddy Danks. They do free delivery on all your smoking products and stuff. Check them out. But yeah, until next time, y'all. Peace and love.
Much love. Peace.
Hell yeah.